Okay, so for the next drawing, we got this 3 flange drawing. So probably the first thing if I was to draw it, you gotta do a little bit of math, but that's okay. You gotta figure out it's 1.5 radius on each side and a 3 gap because you got a radius of 1.5. So the overall part is 6. So I just draw 6, 6, 6, and I do a close. So once you have that there, you really can draw circles. I would draw a radius 1.5, repeat the command, repeat the command, and really if you select your midpoint, all we have to do is a bunch of trimming now. So if we do trim, we're going to get rid of all this, we'll get rid of this, get rid of that, we're just alternating, there's that part right there. Then next thing we're going to do is just put some circles in. So if we do our snaps to the center, you can do shift right click and do center, select, and then do diameter 1. You can repeat the command, just select your midpoints right there. Now you gotta make these objects. This is probably the hardest part. Well, no, you could do a break if you wanted, but I'll just trim that, and now I'll just draw another line, trim being right there. I'm just gonna draw a line, endpoint to endpoint, endpoint to endpoint. Next thing, we'll just make these into our center lines. Since I've already selected my center line type, pull this down, do center, and now I'll just make these into object lines. Just window the whole interior, edge, edge, and edge. Make this a little thicker, right there. Let's go ahead, we'll throw in a nice little center line. Let's go center up. We can do quadrant, that's fine. We'll make it look nice and consistent. We'll do an offset and make it look real good. 0.25. Offset this, this. And we'll do an extend or EX, which is extend right there. And then we'll repeat the command, just hitting space, space. And we can get rid of that, erase. I'm just clicking it, E for erase, E for erase. Now I'm just going to do a trim. Select that, trim that. I could probably do this, select a couple things at once, and trim. And trim. And I can select these and hit E for erase. Now we just need to make these center lines. You could do a match properties, or you could just pull this down, center. So right there's our part. Just got to throw some dimensions on it. So we'll do a linear 3. And we'll just throw some radiuses in here. 1.5. And what we can do is if you double click on it, you can go to the end and do TYP, which would be typical, meaning 0.5, 1.5 over there, 1.5 there, 1.5 here, 1.5 there. And then we can do the same thing for this. Enter TYP. It won't let you overwrite the text, but it will let you put the additional information in. And since we have a full circle, we'll select diameter, do that, double click, enter TYP. Typical. Other than that, that's that part for a 3 flange.